Hey, what's up? Yo, yo. So a little delay there. I was trying to find my soldering iron. Would have thought it'd be that hard to lose, but I somehow lost it. Cheers, Rose, for the follow. Appreciate it, man. How is everyone today? Always seems to be roasting whenever I do anything like this. I don't know why. It's like been stormy as hell in the UK, and then now it's baking hot. Hey Lindro, how you doing, man? Hey Thomas, how you doing? Hey Pickle955. How's it all going? Yep, you were early, Thomas. And you, Viper. I see you spotted the change in title there, mate. We don't need 4 batches, mate. I just picked up a pack, and it's a pack of 4. You need 1. Probably a little bit keen picking them up. So how's everyone today? You all good? You all ready for this mod? Bit different? Right, I've done a few of these now, but they've all been slightly different. This one is as well. Never decided where to put things. I'll end up losing them all. Too many bits now in my toolbox. Would it be possible to use all 4? Yeah, you could do, mate. It would be a hell of a battery life if you did. So it's certainly possible. So today we are going to be modding an FK2, an FK2B into a wireless mouse using the G305 mod from Adrenaline. So we have a nice printed base here that I've printed. So we've got the stock mounting points for the stock switches. It's going to have stock switches apart from the fronts, which have to be changed to the Logitech side-on run switches, which was interesting. Must be because of the low profile front, you can't change it to like cleats or anything like that. Well, not the normal cleats, you could change it to cleats, which are the same size as the on runs. Yeah, it's with a small switch mod, Nicholas, that's right. I'll have to see if you can do it with the high one. I don't think you can do it with the larger ones because of the shape of the front. And the profile is too high. Guess we'll find out. Let's get on with it. Gotta love this Davina pink colour, it's cool, man. It's more modding space now, I'm getting overrun with mice. Probably going to use the G305 scroll wheel. We'll see, Thomas. Change, it depends on the height of the shell and profile. Like you can see how low the profile is on the FK2. And that's why you'd have to use a lower profile switch. Because like the normal profile switch would already be up here. So, just does depend on the shell really. And how you're going to mod it. Sound never gets old. I mean, the scroll encoder is pretty easy to change. The scroll wheel isn't easy to change because it uses a different type of encoder. So. I do like the FK2 shape. It's a nice shape. I've got all the bits here, by the way. So let's take the G305 apart first. Just going to use stock ones on these Viper for today. The stock Zowie ones because they're better than these crappy 305 feet. I'm not a fan of these feet, they're too thin from Logitech. There's one base that's worth sanding down the feet for, it's the 305. Because they're so narrow, they just dig in. I'm hoping this mod isn't going to be a monster like the other ones have been. Right, let's get a... I've got my magnetic tray ones up. Oops. You'd have thought I hadn't done this before, but it goes to show. I still don't remember some stuff. Okay. Acaria, Razor Acaria. Which one's that one? Can't remember. Viper. It was interesting to see this one uses a smaller on-run switch in the front. Did you see Logitech are now giving different colours out for the G305 and stuff? Shame there's no G Pro. Ah, okay. Razer's new super slick hardband. Maybe I've got one, I've just not noticed. I bought a load of mouse pads recently. Hey Mohammed, how you doing, mate? Welcome back, sir. This is the dream for a lot of people. What a wireless FK2. Sure is. You liking your G Pro, Mohammed? So at least for this one, we don't need. We're not doing the front. Maybe we need the cabling. I thought maybe we didn't need it, but we'll just take it apart anyway. Glad you like it, man. Yeah, seen all the new colours, Nicholas. I was ashamed there's no G3, no G Pro in there, mate. That was the only disappointment I saw. Cheers for the follow, Samati Ma 2K. Sorry if I murdered your name, but thanks for following. I'm just getting these, get the front buttons out. Probably need the cables we generally do on these mods. Interesting to see. pull this out, you have to get the battery panel out, I forget. Hey Detty, how you doing, man? Yeah, this one's better. This is 3360. The other one has a 3310 in it, or can't remember now. Maybe a 3330. Can't remember, there's too many sensors, but this one's the later version. I like 3360, it's good sensor. Can you put the scroll wheel and the death adder from the G305? I've not tried, but they're not usually the easiest things to swap. So you've got to take the 305 apart. Get all the gubbins out of it. We're not using these switches, we're going to use some different ones, but we'll need the cabling probably. You could make your own cabling. You make a video to mod your wireless. Your monitor says it's wireless. No mate, not for me. We get a lot of latency anyway, you don't want that. We've had enough problems with input lag monitors. Maybe one day we'll have the technology if the wireless doesn't fry us internally first. It's sometimes a little bit tricky to get out. You have to just ping them out with something. You can just swap the encoder, mate, for different heights. The scroll wheel is also slightly different in terms of its size, but it'll fit through the shell. But Zowie encoder is also optical, this one's not. This one's a normal encoder. Whoops. The Zowie one's optical one, you'll see in a sec. We pop it open. Come out! There's something that never wants to come out. If you've been watching my streams now for a while, or videos, you'll always see, mainly on my streams, in fact, because you edit it out, but there's always something that never wants to come out. The switch is one of them today. Well, these should just ping out now. Good weight reduce the monitor, mate. Save you breaking your back when you move it around the house. I also need to do my review on the Zowie over there. I've got the 2546 something. I can swap it out for something else, so I'm not doing it. Yep, that's right, Thomas. Clearance in the same type as possible. You just have to play around to work out which ones will fit, which ones won't. Sometimes they need just a little bit more persuasion. Here we go. Goodbye. Don't need any of that stuff. Hey, baby soda. Welcome back, sir. How are you today? Got to tear this puppy down first. And then we can tear down the FK2. Basically just going to keep the shell of the FK2, that's it. Yeah, it's Journalizer's mod, that's right. The OG of the G305 mod. Don't need them. You can see here's the 3D printed base. Hopefully it fits. You end up with your 305 PCB. Do you know what print it was made on? I printed that on the Ender 3, mate. Printed it myself. Some profiles with the downloadable files. So. Yeah, it's 12K hero sensor, that's right, in the 305. The Zowie feet are never the best to come off here. I don't know why. There's a pair of feet that don't come off easily. It's these Zowie ones. You can see how they push up now, you can see that. It's especially this tool, you can, but then if you bend them as well, so you can use the tool, or you can pull them and bend them, but they just, see how they curl. So if you're ever swapping out your Zowie feet, most of the time you're going to have to put the replacement skates on it, to be fair. Maybe they come off. Maybe they come off better than core pads. Don't know. Zowie ones are always ones I've had issues with. Thanks, Aldris. Glad you appreciate the work, man. Glad people enjoy seeing some of these mods. These ones are pretty complicated, to be fair. These are not easy mods. These are definitely at the advanced level, that's for sure. So now we can crack open the Zowie. You find a weight reduction, good man. Which one did you do it on, Prasa? How's my hail dry silent? I've got a mute mic. Nick. That's what this is. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. See? Because mute you. Saves your ears. So we need to pay me for this. They probably don't like it, to be fair, mate. They're probably like, my god, that Bob again is destroying our mice. It's a shame to get rid of the old 3360 from Zowie. It's a nice sensor. We don't need that. You remember the first one, Viper? It's come on a little bit now. We're using a better camera now, at least. The original was a bit of a test, wasn't it? We'll see whether it'll see if people are interested or not. Seems to be popular. People seem to be enjoying these. My ears. Sorry, mate. Was going to drop that mouse. I'm making some of the community wants. Well, some people seem to want wireless, mate. It's just I'm taking some of the decent mods out there and showing people how to do them. We need to just buy a Viper Ultimate instead of a modded FK2. Different shape, mate. That's the point. Parse. Sorry, So I might go and say name, but it's the it's because of the shape of it, right? Or as they would use the Ultimate, or they'd get a G Pro. Look at the shape. See, that's got a Thomas the optical encoder, and the 305 here has a stepper one, I guess you call it. Different encoders. You could try and change it. Well, Zowie, I haven't done on the PCB here. Is it still pretty thick? Even on this newer FK2. That's the thick PCB. When you look at it compared to that 305. I need to hold it up there. The difference. Look at that. Come on, Gannon. Oh, Cannon's supposed to have some of the best focus. They lie. Zowie encoder, exactly. It's one of the worst ones. Come on. Eat you. Might have to leave it for a minute. Obviously, my camera doesn't want to focus. Manually focus it. Hey. I know what focus. Let's check the Viper. Will you do a Cooler Master MM710 wireless mod? I haven't seen any out there. Lindro, if there is, put it on my Discord, mate, and I'll have to take a look. That's my Discord if anyone else got it. Do I know how much the G305 board weighs? I have done one somewhere. We can find out now if you want. No problemo. No weird questions here. Feel free to ask. Cheers for the follow, Felipe M404. Appreciate it, man. We have the cameras down today. Just want to play, so we're going to use this one. Even Sony's let me down. Can you see that? I'm not doing too much weighing today, so couldn't be too bothered. PCB, the G305. 10.4 grams. Cheers for the follow, Fallen Spike. Appreciate it, man. If you want anything weighing, just let me know. It's all good. Is it worth swapping the switches for the TTC Golds, my XM1? If you get double click it, choose definitely Corral. You just have to pick which switch you want personally. I'm hoping to get the switch video out this week, or this weekend anyway, to compare all the switches that I've got, which is quite a lot now. So it might help you pick which ones. Reminds me of the Viper Mini wireless G305, but it doesn't fit. Is that because the PCB differences? Getty. Some people have been saying I could try the Ultimate. I haven't tried the Ultimate motherboard in it yet. That'd be interesting to see. Alright, no worries, Fallen Spike. Right, so that's it pretty much stripped down. Don't need them either. We have to do a battery mod. We're also going to have to do the on-run switch replacement here. Need to get the USB connector. It looks very similar to the Model O and the EC2 I've done. I need to release the videos for these. All looks pretty similar. Let's have a look. I think the first thing to do is let's do the battery mod and the on-run switch. Desolder these on-run switches. According to Adrenalize's mod here, he reckons this should weigh around 78 grams. 3 grams less for the optional battery lightweight steps where you rip out the casing. You can take 3 grams of it, so basically strip this battery out and you take out there. It's like a cylinder on it. Can't see it. These are USB ones, but you take out this cylinder basically. Give it a go. It's generally a bit tricky to get the casing off without damaging the battery. Right, let's give me one sec. Give me a solder now. Couldn't use a type of battery for the G Pro, slightly different voltage. You could do it with some kind of step down, it's 3.5 volts. These are 1.2, 1.3, something like that. You can do that, you could put a stepper in it or something. These are 400 milliamp, I think. So they're quite big. $450 milliamp. Was the smaller G Pro one. The modern one's 100, and the stock's 240. The 305 generally is a little bit more power, I think, what I've seen. So you probably want slightly bit more juice in it. Regarding a link on Discord for mouse mods, where would I link that? On my Discord, you mean? There's one called Inspired by Beardedbob, or just link it in mice, but depends how. Depends. You've got to be like level 5 to post in some of them because of people spamming stuff, so it doesn't take too long, but if not, just DM it. The inspired ones are pretty good, should be okay on there. I got brought in 2 more USB little connectors here that you can get. These are still off AliExpress. I'll link all the parts in my description. I will mod this or edit this video, so that's the plan. I've not had a chance to do it yet, so they're a bit easier to watch because there's going to be a lot of stopping and starting on the stream, which is okay when you're here, but not so much fun when you're just trying to watch it. So Zowie FK2 shell. So what we're going to do is take off the, you need these little on-run switches for this one. Now I've got loads outside of the G Pro wireless. But you can buy these on AliExpress as well. These are the front left and right click switches, because they're lower profile. If you got a normal switch, here's a normal one. You can see the difference in profile here. See the difference? Because the PCB on the 305 and the front of the FK2 is quite low as well, it's low profile. You can see here, I've read this already in some of the guide here. You're going to have to cut out some of the shell because, well, as you can see, it doesn't quite fit in yet. So you have to cut away some of your internal shell as well, which we've got to do. We're trying to do that as we kind of work it out, I think. So let's get these switches off. I'll have to link them when I do the edited videos, Leonardo. That's the plan. I'm a little bit behind on my editing at the minute. Maybe this weekend I'll get some done. I'm just about to release the 402 mod, that's how far behind I am, which we did a while ago. Yep, these are G Pro wireless side switches, that's right. Viper, this is ones that you need for it, mate. not normal. Depends on the PCB, faceless. I start about 400, go up to about 450, somewhere around there, depends. Try 450 on this one. These are fairly easy to get off. He says. How many screws? 2 in the Zowie, maybe 3, and about, I don't know how many black ones are, 30 odd maybe, 20, 30 for the 305. He's around 20, he's late 20s, I can't remember now. If you look at my G305 teardown, it shows you how many, I think. Okay. The alignment on this is what's going to kill it. This is going to be the difficult bit. Most of the mods are easy, but trying to get the shell to fit, trying to get the switches to be the right alignment, things like that. That's where it gets difficult. Things are tiny. With modding, there is always some compromise. So just give me one sec. Let me look at the wiring diagram a bit here. This one's definitely going to be complicated. The most complicated one so far has been the EC2, because you have to change the actual encoder itself. And this one's going to be a little bit tricky. But it's probably got the most shell modifications you're going to have to do here. So I'm just reading up a little bit. So what Adrenalize has done is giving you 2 options. You can either use the Hawanu sides here, or you can use the stock on 120s. So we're going to stick with the stock ones today. I need to desolder these as well. I think there'll be Divina version ZA13B. I don't know, maybe. A few people were saying Zowie's having some problems, but I don't know. Don't see why not. Could do with an upgraded sensor. Who knows? Kept it at 300 and warped it. Faceless, gutted man. It's probably a little bit low, that. 400 seems to be a good starting point. Sometimes 450. Just for the follow, Boris, appreciate man. Right, let's take these switches off this PCB. The stock Zowie one here. Now, traditionally Zowie PCBs have always been difficult. They tend to be extremely hard to get desoldered off. What that is. Goodbye, sir. I always add a little bit of extra solder. Now, so the desolder pump works, probably won't. It's always a hit and miss. If not, we've got some braid to get it off. Bad. Need to clean my sponge. That always happens. Now the pump has some solder in it. Some bump in your fingers. Wireless eye micers, right, mate? Well, this is the plan. Whether this works or not, we'll find out. Thought I'd show you the guide. Done two of these. It's the third one. Done 305 EC1. I think it was EC2, and the this is it FK2 now, which is a popular shape. Problem with the solder pumps is you end up melting the bottom of it, and it doesn't stick tight enough to the PCB. Doesn't happen to got an extra shaky hand today either. Don't know why. They are expensive faceless, definitely. Expensive. If you're doing a lot of soldering, it's probably worth it. If you're not, then I won't bother too much. Oof. I need to find a better way to hold these smaller objects. I've got like a little electrical hook thing, but it's not very good. Engineer one's a good pick. Yeah, I've been looking at some. It is the money though. You look at it and think, damn, there's a lot for this holding around. That's come a few times as a good model. This one's not bad. It's not going to win any awards, but it does the job. Delicate fingers out. My hands have no tolerance to heat. It's all the years of gaming on keyboards. So which mice have you all got at the minute? Which pads are you running? Don't care too much about this PCB on this one. I've also got some spare switches should I disintegrate them, which is quite common. But I do like to show you doing it with the mod itself, so because you're not exactly going to have all the access to all the switches I've got. It's got a rechargeable battery. It will have LPay, which you can access, be able to access from the front. You could put that anywhere you wanted if you modded it yourself. You don't have to put it on the front. You put it on the top if you want to cut the top of the shell, or on the rear of it, or the base of it if you want to flush fit it. Just depends where you run. You've got to run the cables to it, that's all. Ooh, you can change the internal top shell. Really? I'm going to get Zowie FK2 out now. Interesting to analyse. Alright, well, if we can't, we'll have to dig out an FK2. How can they change the mounting front plate? I have to get an FK2 out now and have a look, I think. Alright, let me have a look. Interesting. Good to see you, Nessa. How's things? Nothing's ever simple. Alright. You go dig out an FK2 one sec. Onto the shelf. Search around 1 second. Find FK2. Review one. What do you make? One FK2. Right. Well, let's take these feet off and see. Put my hairdryer back in, once it. And we'll compare the shells. Designing your own printer, I like it, man. I need to get more into it. It's not really the time. Alright, let's see. If we take this off, we can compare the internals, which will be interesting, if nothing else. You can off a bit easier. Oh yeah, you got a different screw mounting fronts for a start. Didn't have any at the front, did it? If you remember, when we took it apart, the FK2B. Oops. I tried to trash my desk. If you remember here. Different base. Didn't notice that. Just for the follow, Super Baby Man. Appreciate man. We could always glue it, we don't have to stick it, I guess. That would be the other trick here. As long as it fits. How different though. This is a slightly different shape, and I didn't realise. In terms of like, yeah, the front internals are different, aren't they? Take out these side buttons. It's got a different front mount. Sorry, I did change it quite a bit. Wow, wow, wow. I thought they were the same, or similar anyway. They're totally different inside. Interesting. Looks like we're onto a black shell today then. So does that mean this base fits slightly better then? Trying to work out some bits there. One sec. Too many carcasses of mice on the desk now. These the same. Right. I'll just switch the colour up. Cheers for that. Just now we know you can do it on the order FK. Right, okay, so now I've got to try and mount these. Look like little posts I'm trying to just put in there. You can see this there. They clip into these little holes, pretty cool. I like it. think this is the orientation, we'll just check in a sec. Maybe the other way around. I'm trying to follow the guide or trying to like piece it together. So see, never that easy, right? Maybe the other way around. Don't break your shell, Bob. Cheers. Is it L scale? Oh, God, so that one definitely killing that name. Just for follow Escape, I'm going to call you. You're Alpha. How you doing, matey? Maybe that way around. Yeah. There you go. Put them switches around the right way around. Try the easy bits first. I'm not trimmed the shell yet, so we're all good. We'll leave that till the end. Try and use the guide in, make sure the orientation is correct. Roger that. We've got to desolder the G305 plug. So let's just do that as well then while we're here. I'll plug my soldering iron in. Definitely need some more plugs. Then I have to keep going up and down. You won't believe how many plugs I've already got left. I have too many. I think we can modify the FK2 shell. Maybe FK2B. Now that warms up, let's have a little look. Side buttons are different. We shouldn't need any of this mounting. We'll be able to use the front screw points. So you'd have to glue it maybe at the front or create something. You could trim all this away. Let's have a play. We've got a bit more time to modify the shell. The Hawaiian side buttons. No worries, mate. Right, let's get these side buttons off the original. I can just. I don't need to desolder it. Adrenaline's always been about recycling the cables here. Which of the 305 mods has been your favourite? Probably the Model O one, because it's kind of kept it like pretty much the same mouse, just swapping out the board. So like the EC2 have done, you had to change the encoder. This one we have to change the front buttons, whereas the Model O has just been able to take it like pretty much standard. You can change the switches, you can, well, it's been easier. It's kind of kept it like a Model O with like proper switches. Encode's not too bad in the EC1, but it does sit a little bit lower in the chassis. Let's see if I have to extend these things. Will we have enough cable? That's the question. None of them have been super easy. Well, definitely, tricky. Does the Viper have the springs and the side triggers? No, only on the front, main left and right. Whoops. Ooh, that puppy's tight. Can I fix your G305? Depends what's wrong with it, mate, but there's some services here. If you've got a broken one, check out my website. In that shop, there's a switch replacement service. No, I have a full-time job, mate. YouTube pays me jack. So, I work full-time. Holy moly, that was tight. Probably an easy way to do that. Fit in the, I should have got a black one. Mistake by me. When we get into mouse modding, nothing really, just like taking things apart. I probably do keyboards as well. Time is the issue, really. So the reason why I put that in is to see if we have enough cable. Which I think we have to extend it slightly. It's a ribbon cable holder for the second button that needs fixing. You have to DM some pictures, Alpha. I'll have to take a look, mate. Sure, adrenaline eyes goes crazy watching videos. I'm always like not following his his instructions to plan. Don't hate me, man. Let's extend these cables a little bit. Making too long. But yeah, proper job. It's just a bit of a hobby. Stream on a Friday, some Rainbow Six, bit of a laugh, get drunk, play some games. I went to like YouTube and stuff. I was doing more gameplay videos, but I started doing tech stuff because I was fed up with people telling me about certain tech, like which is the best mice to buy and which is the best keyboards to buy and monitors, but just reading off the packet, or just basically going off what people tell them without testing it, which, you know, if you're not going to use it, you can't really tell me how good it is, right? I'm not saying it's got to be right for you, but you've got to at least give it a bit of a spin. Take it out for a bit of a spin. It's not all YouTubers out there, but there's definitely a few that just don't test the products. And it's kind of spiraled into this. I like seeing a bit of, like Adrenalize's done here. He's done some cool mods, man. There's loads of people doing some good mods as well. Zowie not allowing us to make a, as well, Zowie not releasing a wireless mouse here, but Adrenalize has created a masterpiece for the G305 mod. I used the mouse for 10 seconds and I recommend it. It's the best mouse ever. I'm not saying, like, you know, there's mice out there I don't like, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's no good. There's a lot of mice that don't work for me shape-wise, but they're not terrible mice. Viper's a good one for that example. The Viper Ultimate or the Viper Wired, like the shapes, I don't particularly like it. I didn't mind it when I modded it, but out of the shelf stock, I'm not really a fan. It's a good mouse. It's just not for me. Like when I first got the G Pro, I expected to hate it because of the shape, but it works. It has its problems though. Got so many mice now. It's nuts. Need a big house to hold them all. I don't want to just do mice all my life. That's a good long mouse. Long like the Model O. I'd have to check my statistics to be fair. I can't remember off the bat which ones are super long, but I don't know. What about the Viper? Or the FK2? They're similar. Hey, Druxy, is it? Sorry, I murdered names and name, but how you doing, man? It's what a wireless Logitech G9X. Get the 903. Like green Wiger. Don't know, just have one. Yeah, anyways. I mean, mice are quite like subjective, right? I think the more esports becomes popular, it's like a trainer, right? People ask, why do you mod mice? Because they're a bit like trainers. Those are good examples from gaming. Like, when you're a runner, you want, you know, a trainer's a trainer, right? Or is it? But it's that part of kit that you use the most, like when you're an esports gamer or even just a casual gamer. You've got to make sure you're comfortable when you're playing with it. It's the right weight or right fit for you, or the sole's right, or the click's right, or whatever. Stick together, David. You have to send me a picture out, mate. Just put on Discord. My Discord. The mice or something. Come in. It's the worst bit. Two down. Congrats, Ivan. Cheapo's good man. Still my daily. Slightly tweaked. What is it? This is my G Pro. Need to make my own keyboard. Definitely do alpha. Time is my problem from. Hoping to get a bit of time off, but we'll see. Maybe I can do something then. Every time I do that, this is the hardest thing to do. They also get quite brittle. I always find a very, very brittle connection. Calvin? Yeah, it should, but nothing's guaranteed, mate. Not at the minute. It could depend on the region as well. I did 2027 and that had them. And I had a 2024 and that didn't, so. Cheers for the follow, Jundi. Thanks, man. Resist the urge when you look back, it's awesome. Agreed, mate. Let me just get this call on set. What's up? Sorry. My missus calling me, forgetting I'm streaming. You're not buying another Viper Ultimate? What, two of them? Is that because you're not confident it's not going to break, baby? Someone said in Germany they're on sale, I think, €105. No. I've destroyed the one. Overheated it. There's my finger as well. Trying to, I've got my pad as well. Damn it. So you tried to get cocky and try and add a bit extra solder, but that didn't work. Now we gotta go back to square one. Should be right. Preparing for the future, baby. I like it. Is that your daily, the ultimate? It's a little bit hot, not to be fair. All right, let's tape these up, and then we can. They're done. True, you can alternate between them, mate. That you can do. Just for the follow, David. I'm always murdering people's names. There we go. Davincilio. Cheers, man. Sorry if I'm killing your name, mate. Hello from Spain. Hello, mate. Española. How's the weather over in Spain? Nice and sunny, mate? Always sunny in Spain. Let's tape up these extensions here for the side buttons, and we'll solder these on, and then the side button should be good. As you can see, they always take a little bit of time, these mods. Yes, indeed. Usually about a 3-hour mod, this one. Maybe a little bit less if we're lucky. Which is why I was modding on. When did I do the last stream? Was that last week when I modded the G Pro and the Cooler Master? New firmware out for the Mini. Interesting. Alright, that's cool. About time. Good to see. I'll be testing that then. See if Razer have solved it finally. They've realised their mistakes. You know, all they have to do is give someone the option to pick the lift-off distance, right? It's a bit of an oversight by them, to be fair. We'll see. Good to see they've reacted to it. It means we weren't all silly, it was a problem. Hopefully they can adjust it, because not everyone wants a low LOD, right? Go with KBD fans. Alright, Alpha, I'll take a look now. I've got that many keyboards that are just retail ones that I need to get through. Like, don't know. I need to change one out for myself. I need just a keyboard for me. Right, so we've extended these now. Probably a little bit overkill. Can always trim them a little bit. So we're going green into this one. Then we've got a dual white one that runs across. So white's going here, green here, and then blue here. Right, so I didn't realise also we don't need to extend this white one. We can use it to if we solder it on here, and then we can use the other one to go across. Should be fine. Oops. Just got to make sure that is the right round before I solder it. Should have checked. Yeah. It's all going left. This is not the easiest to solder out. Some people do like high LOD, some people like low LOD. Just totally depends on your preference. But you should have the option to change it, right? You should at least have low as a starting point, because that's the one that causes the problem. Yeah, because high LOD causes the problems. This is awkward. Let's try out the new G floats. Got them as well from Model O. They look pretty good. Justin's trying gets the Lipex, which a few people were talking about there. We'll see. Right, so white goes there, and then green comes on. So is green going to reach? Right, so we'll keep green a little bit extended, but not as much as it is. really let me trim that. I'll have to do the old-fashioned way. Old-fashioned way it is. Do you know the thickness of the G floats? Not yet, adrenalized, but I will be checking them out this weekend, mate. No, I don't know why they don't state them, but I'll find out this weekend, mate. I'll let you know. Don't cut the wire by accident. Yeah, that's possible, mate. Here's a shop with all the stuff that I currently offer at the minute. If you're interested, or you want to see some statistics, here's my website. And here's the top 10 mice that I've done so far. Although I need to update that because it's probably a little bit out of date now, to be honest. But it's done on score rather than my personal preference. But yeah, I'll be confirming the G floats this weekend. Well, planning to do some switches as well. All going well. He's never stick. That's right, I mean a modded G Pro, that's right, mate. This one to be precise. Could do a little bit more modding to it, but it's one of those things, you never really get around to your own stuff. About to change the encoder on it. That's the plan. Now I'm going to change the switches. It's running TTC golds at the minute. This one will not stick. Why won't you stick, man? But I need to do my switch video that I plan to do. Take a bit longer, those ones. I need to do some more reviews as well now. I've done some of the reviews that I promised. There we go. Hop on Twitch, no worries, Ivan. Feel free, mate. I'm on both at the minute. Cheers for follow, Staples FN. Thank you, man. All right. Cheers, Ivan. Doesn't everyone keep the same IDs on different platforms? That's what I tried to do, but could be doing with all the different usernames. Right, blue goes on this one. Then we've got to join the white across. Might have to Viper. I give him a little bit of a dusting sometimes. Sometimes they'll stick, sometimes you'll need to, like I say. I don't like putting too much on. It's got too much solder, that one. It's a bit of a nightmare, it'll ping off, like you see. A bit like that one. It's not the best one. We'll see if it fits. It might be a bit chunky, that one. And then we'll need to do the one across. Last time I did this on one, it was too short, so just trying to make a mistake. I was then burning myself. Yeah, I do as well, mate. or something else, like waving around the soldering iron and burn something, not paying attention. That's quite common. No, I've probably made that too short again. Always too short. Oh, your mouse pad. Damn, man. Which mouse pads have you melted? I'm now using the MPC 450 from in-game gear at the minute because I've not put it away, but I need to bring out my AMP 500 to wear it down because my Helios is now worn out. And I need to do a review showing the wear on the Helios once I've done the G430 wear. Like, that was my ideas for some pads, for some videos, just ain't got the time. I should check out that other mousepad someone mentioned. Who was it before? Can't remember your name now, sorry, but I need to check that out. You've just bought. There's loads. Stack of keyboards, stack of mouse pads. I just need to stop buying them at the minute. So I've got too many. And I ain't getting through them all. Should try the Fanic Focus 2. Similar to the Artisan. I'll check it out. That's right, Viper, mate. Sorry, mate. Forgot. Akari. That's it. Need to look at that. I'll just do this last solder and I'll check that out. Give me a sec. This one. See, if you twist these too much, they'd like to ping off. Which is probably where the tinning might come a bit better, but it's probably why you won't stick to them. Alright. Be like that. Right. Just need to get together. Old-fashioned twist. Hopefully, we'll stay together then. We can pin them down. Neighbours getting a bit excited. Chargeable G305 with RGB. Can't make a chargeable one, right? No, I'm just going to make a longer wire again. This is not playing ball. I don't know if this I always wonder, is that as well Viper, whether people are like cheap. I mean, some people at Logitech must be interested in mice, right? It's interesting that they didn't release a coloured G Pro, I think. That was an interesting move. Maybe they're trying to just keep that as a premium. What do you think? Actually, that's too big. The problem with these is you've got to keep them nice and tidy, these solders, because they've got to fit back into the board. I know a lot of people want a G Pro X, but what's a G Pro X? Is it going to be just coloured? that what we want? So we've got a decent sensor, decent wireless tech, maybe lightweight. Holding its value in it, mate. That's right, mate. G Pro is keeping its value up. I sold it at some point anyway. Yeah, it should be going to this near one anyway. Ay, 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 Bob. Ay, ay, ay. Should do these mods when I'm a bit more awake. Definitely got a bit of solder on it, that's for sure. Right, that's what it should look like. Now we've got to see if they fit. If not, I'm going to trim some solder off. Just play around a little bit. That should now be correct. Looking alright. No connections have pinged off. This one needs a bit of tweaking on the side. Blue one's a bit messy. This has not been the easiest mod so far tonight. But they never have been, that's for sure. They've always been a little bit tricky. Oh, I'm not going now. There you go. A bit tight. The shell's already pushing on that, so we might have to tweak that a bit, which is probably part of the mod. Right, see where we're up to on the mod. Let's check the comments. 60-70 grams updated sensor, maybe rubber grips. Maybe Peter. Sensor's pretty good. I'd like to see it more at 60 than 70 grams because it's 80 anyway. Rubber grips, I don't know, maybe optional, yeah, sure. We're doing YouTube and Twitch full time. No, I've got a full-time job. This is purely a hobby. So YouTube does not pay any money, nor does Twitch. I'd like to do it, but it doesn't pay anything. So got to pay for my house. G305's best mouse ever made. Sure is, mate. It's well underrated, especially for modding, but it is expensive. If a model only gives you hand cramp, yeah. It's always tricky with the Shape Viper. Do you grip quite hard? Be cool if they made a stock G Pro wireless light, definitely. Someone sent me a 3D base for a G Pro. Gonna check that out soon. You've been through a few mice there, Viper, that's for sure. You don't grip hard vibrate, okay. What size is your hand? Right, so we've done the switches. We need to cut the shell, but there's a lot of cutting to do here. Let's cut the shell. Assembly for this. So what analyzer's done here? I've got my clippers on sec. Hang on a sec. Beg some more. Right. That is. They're already here. G Pro wireless sucks, never. My favourite mouse, definitely G Pro main. 19 by 10, okay. It's fairly large. So generalized chopped out a little bit here on the sidewall. I'm just going to chop the whole piece off. I think we've got another FK2 if it goes wrong. The third one tonight if it does. Sure if you're still watching, you'll be like, hey Bob! Point 2. The next step is to mount the PCB in 3G part. The mount, sand these down so they go past. Really? I'm going to screw in the PCB. At least one of them, stop it moving around. Choosing the base screws from the 305, there we go. Or PCB screws, right? So generalised, then we have to tweak these pins here and the back ones, which we'll probably do at the end, and then cut out these side pins, which is what we saw anyway. So we're just going to chop these ones out. So you can either cut them down or chop them out. So you're not going to be RMA in this mouse once you finish. It's just a little bit high maybe. Side buttons are working. You can see that the front's just slightly elevated. So you've got to cut them down just enough that they can still reach the screws by the looks of it. Might do that in a bit as well. I'd leave the shell cut into the end. as a final shell modification. So cut off this piece in the shell, chop out these posts, and then tweak these floor stumps or screw posts down, and then the shell should be good. We need to just do the 4 parts of it, the 4 posts finally at the end. We've done the side switches now. Now we've got these little long runs. Where they go? Where's the other one, man? Here it is. So usually we've got to desolder the main ones off these first. Use this saving connector. Looks like they've been slightly extended as well. The screw will have enough space. It does once you take off this piece here. Got to check out this little like notch that was in, and it'll fit in. You need to take a little corner piece out. I've just chopped it out completely because we're not going to use it. So. Showed us, Stefan, you can easily take out some weight from the G Pro, mate. You can save 10 grams by just pulling out some of the really simple bits on it. That's what I'm saying. If Logitech were going to make a lightweight G Pro, I expect it to at least be 60. What they should do is allow us to put more weight in it. So if they want to make it, a bit easier for people, so like people to be more customized, make it super light and then add the weight in if they want. It's easy to put weight in than it is to take out. Hey, what up, TFW? How you doing? Appreciate you dropping by the stream tonight. We're doing a Friday night R6 stream as well. A little bit less mice orientated, but depends. I might use something different. Something appears. I'm not decided yet. Might use a different mouse pad maybe. Yeah, you can use the battery to distribute a bit Viper. You can move some bits around inside if you would. Also depends if you're sensitive to the distribution of like where the mouse is. Like my battery's moved, I noticed today. It's now a bit further back here. Should be more under here, but I need to retweak it once I get all the cat hair out. Just depends where you want it. Like mine's pretty much dead center. I don't know. I was going to do some more reviews, like where the mice, like show people where the balance is on mice. If you people find that interesting. So if I'm reviewing a mouse, I'll show you where the balance point is. Any weight reduction? Nope, no weight reduction on this one, mate. Is it complex enough? I might start getting into them more later. We'll see. Need this little button riser that you have to print off as well. Sits at the front. The red and white seem okay. Oops. So we'll get these front switches in, then we've got to do the battery mod, and then we're good, I think. So as long as the black and white go on this side, which I think they do on the right hand side, then it should be okay. Alright. So it can get a little bit tricky. How much is my G305 wireless weight? This one, right? This weighs 60 grams. Hi mate, no worries, Stefan, just dropping by, man. Catch you later. He's spamming caps, Viper. I can't see where he's spamming caps, mate. Maybe Staples? Lol. Yeah, I've seen the glossy G Pro. Mine's naturally glossy now. So we want black one here. So I'm not going to extend the cables, probably a mistake. Sorry, we get deafened by my sword down, so as my mic could drop down. Mine's naturally glossy, yeah. Someone sent me one, I can't remember if it was one of you guys, on Reddit, my Reddit page, Discord, you can put one here if you want. And inspired by Bob. And they posted me their G Pro super glossy. It's like, damn Sam. So they're going this way around, and we've got white and black on these corners here. So was you Viper? Cheers, man. Oh, how old's yours? How old is it, man? Come on, if you said. Apologies. A lot of people send me stuff, so it's not personal if I don't remember your name. Which switch is that? It's the side switches out of the G Pro wireless. It's the Omron. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll tell you the name. It's an Omron. One sec. Analyze has it in his mod here. DSLS-21. It's basically the side buttons from the G Pro. Because of the angle of the front, you have to use a lower profile switch. $18.48, okay. I got $18.24, but you must have used yours more than me, mate. Still an early one, that then. FBI. I'm having my Viper mini right click being heavier than the left click. Do you know of anything that could cause this? Nope, not sure, FBI. Someone was saying on my Discord before, they're having problems with their mini Viper there. They took it apart, put it back together, and it felt a bit better, but it was more like smushy, so it wasn't heavier than the other. Glad I helped you out, Horizon, for the Model A minus, mate. That's my next one planned. Did it come off good, man? Put some pictures in my Discord, man. What's the Border Clay for, Cray? It's just to hold them, mate. It's blue tack. Just helps you hold like here now to solder. Or I think Americans call it putty, I think. We call it blue tack. So there's the switches. These are tight, as small as the front and left. I don't know how he's going to feel. Might be interesting to see. 2 days now, nice. You might have to glue these in. Very ghetto helping hand. I'm just going to blue tack these in for now. So they're probably not going to be the right height yet. It's definitely going to have less travel in it, Viper. It's going to be pretty firm, I think, this click mount. Perhaps good. The only other people I've seen to use these are Khalif have got some optional ones that I've got. I need to try them out. This is kind of how they fit. And this is like proper MacGyver's mouse, these are. So let's screw this down first. They're already going to be very tricky. So I don't, they're not going to be that way. They will be this way around. Just got to screw them in there. Let's see which screws to use. Let's have a look. Yeah. Even Adrenalizer saying, yeah, use a bit of glue to secure them, so that's fine. It's going to be the trickier bit, because you don't want to use too much, so we're just going to blue tack them for now, just to make sure they're right, because once you glue these, no, you ain't going back, you know what I mean? A lot of people want less pre-travel. So there's going to be a little post-travel here, I guess. Should be good. Is there own screws I put in there? Idiot. I'm glad these help you out. This should stop you guys from making the same mistakes I do. That's the point in these. To show you what kind of work you're going to have to do this yourself, or what not to do. So this is the screw for it's basically the base of the shell base of the G305. Oh yeah, it's better. If you're doing these, make sure to over tighten the screws, because the 3D printed board is a little bit sensitive to over tightening. It's not the strongest PLA. So it looks like once it's mounted. Obviously without the blue tack. Blue tack's the Beardedbob touch. Mocking it up, baby. It's always a risk whether we get these to work. Did it off camera, it'd be a lot easier. It looks like so far. Alright. So we've got the battery to do next, and sand down the inners. The I'll click and they'll listen. But you can see here at the front, it's a come on camera, you can do it. It's a little bit lifted up at the front here. So to make it push against a little bit better, we just have to trim the tops off a little bit. Take a little bit, not much here. That's how much I took off. It's like a micro piece. Just going to get it so it fits flush without having to... So you're not basically pushing the switches into the button. You can tweak that with the screwdriver, with the screw tightness. It's better. I'm going to do the same on the rear. These are a lot thicker. You could sand these if you wished. So too late now, mate. We're chopping them up now, John. That's it. Cutting them down. We've advanced, but good point for the people. Could sand them. Come on, mate. You've watched enough of these now. Back's fitting better now, though. A slight modification, mate. Scroll wheel's not there. But you'll have watched me butcher your tutorials, right? You've then planned it all out, and I just come along and hack it to pieces. God damn it, Bob! Need to cut a little bit of the scroll wheel away. One that is one of the problems on these. They always have quite a low riding scroll wheel, don't they? You could extend the encoder on this, couldn't you? This is a 10-inch. So we could put a slightly higher encoder on this. So I can cut away a little bit of this. You say not to cut this on. There's definitely touching. Yeah, just a little bit. So close, isn't it? Don't take too much of this off. It's so pretty. Maybe I'll file this. Maybe I'll take some advice now, mate. And I'll file this one instead. Oh, this is a bit closer. Dremel could do a little bit extreme Viper. That'd be barbaric. That wouldn't be my style, right? there, a little bit more. It's close. I was going to file the PCB then. What? Been liking the Hattie and the Mirror S. I'm going to make a hybrid of it. That would be my perfect. I expected them not to be as good as they were, especially the shape. Hey, welcome back, Jobbio. How you doing, man? Good to see you back in, sir. Getting closer. Just catching. It's close now. I keep doing that. Hey, solid lad, how you doing, mate? Or the solid lad? Your dream wireless FK2 model, are you? A lot of people like the Intelli mouse, Glenn, mate. I tell you, I need to do some work on that. I'll have a look at it. It's too popular, but it's not go around it. Trying to keep the traditional Zowie shape at the front end. It's supposed to look stock. Hey FBI, how you doing, man? Hey JT, how you doing, mate? Cheers for dropping by, sir. Oh, there we go, it's moving a bit more freely now. We're getting there. It's just catching. You hear that? Last bit, we should be good. Cheers for following the solid line, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. The Intelli mouse, you thinking there, Glenn? I'm up for it, man. Just need to find the slot for it. Need to review it first, so I've got the stats for it. I'm hoping now I'll load a mice slowdown so I can catch up on my reviews, collect all the data, and then we can start to just add to it as and when new stuff comes in. Right, the scroll wheel's free now. You hear that? Exactly. Just a little bit tight. I just want to make sure it doesn't catch later. It's close though. This is pretty much it now. It's more on the bottom. I'm just going to try and take some of this bottom off so you can't tell at the top. I'll give Journalize some credit for making these, man. Done a good job, mate, but these are some effort to work out. Some cool mods there, man. could just cut that away, but it'd be difficult to keep it looking decent. If I was doing the mod again, I'd probably extend the encoder a little bit higher. Just get that scroll wheel up a little bit. There we go. You can see in there now. It's a bit dark. I'll check them later. Solid lad, no problems, man. Cheers. Glad to come stuff chopped out, Glenn. That's what we like to hear, mate. Right, let's go do the battery mod, I think, and we're good. And this is it. So let's do the battery mod. Done a lot of these, I still forget the wiring config. So you're going to need these two bits. This bit goes on the front of the mouse, and this bit plugs into the battery. It's like an extension cable John Liza designed it. Now I was making a little bit longer. Every time I've done this, as I've done with other cables, I'm making too short and then they're a little bit awkward. I'd rather have a bit more slack in them. Because you glue the battery in and stuff, you've got to be able to flip it around easily. So. Right, so let's just strip these down. Do you think I should stream next mod wise? What do you want to see? We know Glenn wants to see the Intelli done. Just trimming off the ends here. The wire's a little bit long. Cut the base there, one pump man. Loving the name, man. Yeah, you could cut the base away. Yeah, the changing the shell, you can cut the inner shell. So like this one here, there's this outer edge part here that covers it. You can cut underneath here, as I did on EC2. Have a look at that one. EC1 I've done. It's on my channel. Probably give you some ideas of what's possible because they're all pretty similar. You won't save too much weight on the Zowie ones by doing the shell, maybe a couple of grams. So. Right. I'll just turn on the solder iron because now I need it. So let's use the orange one for the ground, and then plus 5 volts is on the left side. FK2 is your favourite shape. I want to try a 0 model A minus. I need to bring the model O minus out, to be fair. A small Zowie, small model O should be good. I like the model O shape. I tried the Hattie and the Hattie S and the Maya S and expected not to like them because they're a bit small, and I prefer the G Pro, but actually I do like the shapes more. So the minus O model should be pretty good. So I'm thinking I need to give it a bit of a try. That's my 2 cents in the shape difference between them. It's just purely size, mate. It's going to be probably a mil. In fact, the Model O is probably just a smaller Zowie F2. Oh shit, just messed that up. Big time. I've not tried it either yet though, but that's my understanding it's going to be. It'll just be the same, but just slightly scaled down, mate. Depends how much. It'll depend how big the FK2 is for you and the Model O. Made a right hash of this. It's not Bob's finest soldering moment there. Biggest difference is length. Fair enough. I haven't opened it up to even see what's inside built wise. Vizzy, biggest difference is length. There's a finger rest on the left, on the right hand side for your little finger, mate. Is that what you're thinking? Oh, you have to get another one. Made a bit of a hash of that. Oh, it's pinged off anyway. Read new connector. One sec. I made a mess. It's too bad. New one. Could you have some spares? Try again. Try not to destroy it again this time. Okay. I'll probably do the Model O soon minus, because I need to get it up to date so I can use I can compare all the smaller mice. There's been a load of them. All the Razor ones coming out. And the Hattie and the Myra. And then I'll get a better idea of the shape differences. I am just about to release a new shape comparison on my website. Tool, so it's going to be should be easy for you to compare the shapes. It's the plan. Rest your ring finger, okay. I tend to do it naturally, resting mine, like on the side, like I'm going to hold my G Pro. It feels like I should be like that, but actually I end up playing more like that. So kind of creeps up and just about rests it. So that's why I don't like ones with big flared sides, because it gets in the way of my ring finger. I expect the Model O is a little bit less intrusive in that way because of its size, but I don't know. Ground is this one. No, it's not. Ground is that one. Yes, it was that one. Yeah, I agree there, solid. Try and take as many measurements as I can, so hopefully it's a bit easier, but you're right, it is difficult to spot that shape comparison bit. I think sometimes you just gotta go with it, mate. When you're being that particular, then it's difficult to tell unless you really just try it. Best mod to do in the Model O, weight reduction, mate. Take 13 grams out of it. Maybe put a bit of tape under the plunger as well to make it a bit better for the click, but well, I've just messed that one up as well. My soldering today is horrendous. Destroy that one. Back in a sec. That's what I get for looking at chat. Yeah, it's difficult, mate. You just have to go with it, give it a whirl, see what you think. Let me know though. Like some mice you'll just pick up, like look at the dimensions and think, nah, it's not going to work for me, that. And then you'll try it and you'll be like, you know what? This works, man. That's why you've got to give mice a bit of a try. You can't just review them without seeing what they're like. Reading the specs, like, this is the best mouse ever. This is like blah 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 switches and blah 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 shape, and it's lightweight and there's a bit of flex here, a bit of flex there. You got to play with it to understand whether it's going to work. There's the extension cable for the power. Basically, this bit plugs into the battery here, and that bit goes to the front of the mouse, and then you can charge it. You have a 20.5 by 10.5 hand. I like the way you've done the 0.5, mate. Clearly you're looking for that exact measurement. I like it. Okay, so you're more like a fingertip claw then. Is that what you are? So let's strip this down, and then we need to run that cable under the PCB. And this bit you don't need to do. It's up to you if you want to mod the battery. You sometimes save a few grams. I'm probably not going to save much on this one. Let's see if we are. .5-ish. Try hard squeeze grip. Like it. So what Adrenaline does is he takes off his outer casing. See that? Pings off the outer casing. Sometimes you can take this cylinder off, save a few grams, but I've yet to be able to get one of these off. So micro USB, mate. I need to post. I'll post it when I do the video editing one. I'll show you all the bits that you need. Female one, and then you got the male version. It's always tricky to split. Make sure you don't clip the battery here when you do this. 8.5 grams the battery without any mods. Each one of them is slightly different to ping off. This one I think you can ping the top off. You don't have to do this. You're getting better when you relax and chilled out, mate. Use some alcohol, mate, if you're old enough. I'll relax the grip. Don't drink too much. Suffocating your mice. Just gotta keep tweaking this. And just, it depends what this is like going to the extreme by modding the battery. Yeah, like I say, this isn't necessarily. It's also not easy to see. Usually just ping off, but not today. I have to play better after a bottle of beer. Exactly, mate. I do definitely. There we go. Now sometimes you can drop the sealant cylinder off, but we'll see. I'm yet to get one off. Just dropped a gram by pinging that off. Probably need to. See, I don't think that one will come off. Depends on the battery you use. Pretty sure it's going to be a spring and a USB port. Let's just check. On a voltmeter. Seeing different types of female C1s. Yeah, there's definitely a few on AliExpress, mate. 62-gram G Pro wireless on Ali. That's not bad. I just modded the shell of the S2 one. There we go. So, one on the spring, one on the outer USB shell. Alright, mate, no worries, solid lad, have a good one, mate. Just dropping by. So, what we need is the wiring from the G305 battery compartment. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll check my DMs. See you in a bit, dude. Have a beer if you get frustrated. I need one, mate. It's Friday, man. Friday, drink beer, play Rainbow Six Siege, and stream. Right, let's take these connections off. You no longer need your spring, you are redundant. Stop hanging on. What time is it? 9:30? Okay. This will be staying on for replay if you're interested on YouTube, so don't worry, and then I'll do an edited version down the road when I get some time. Right, red should go to the spring end. What we have to be careful of is this connection that goes on the back here of the PCB, like so. And obviously it needs to connect to the battery, so the red one here, for instance, which we're going to extend it, we're too short. It's going to have to sit up into the, it's going to sit on the battery like so. It's just about long enough there, but when you try and move it around, it'll be a bit short, so it's worth extending these cables a little bit. Get recommended to you, did you POBox? How'd you liking it, man? On YouTube? YouTube doesn't like to recommend my stuff, so it's a good sign. A bit different, that's for sure. So let's just extend these cables a little bit. I tend to make them a bit longer. It's going to be up to you how long you want to make them. Somewhere around there should be okay. Oh, good stuff. Let's get out there. It's obviously thinking you need to see how to mod a mouse, mate. That's what I was thinking. Flat POBox. Just read your mind. Maybe it's looking for the future. A bit more space, man. This is getting cramped now. Right. We're nearly there now. This is getting close, people. Takes a while though, this mod. This is not a quick mod. Because I'm getting closer, mate. It should be okay. Just depends. The Canon's always playing up, mate. It should be clear now, then. I have a stock EC2. Maybe it's time to mod it. It certainly is, Flax. Flax, I keep calling you. POBox. You get bored, mate. It's time to mod. And if you just change the switches, man. Should be good now, Rayhan. Just extend these a little bit. Just a little bit. Nice. Oh, mate, no time to learn like the present. Just make sure you can afford to break things. That's all I would say. Don't mod it if you can't afford to replace it. Just if it's your only mouse. Yeah, I've done an EC2 wireless mod, mate. It's on my channel if you look. There was a stream, maybe not a stream. I'm probably due to do that one, but there's a video showing it reusing one, the Divino one. I haven't shown how to do it. You have to change the encoder. It's quite tricky. These mods, certainly if you haven't done before, are tricky. These are not the easiest mods in the world to do. For instance, the EC2 one, you have to change the actual encoder, so which is this bit if you didn't know what that was. Which is a little bit tricky to desolder. Will you try the wireless Viper mod? I want to try one yet. I haven't seen anyone do one yet, or written anything about it, so but I'll give it a go myself if not. Maybe that's what I'll try next. I need to do like a mouse mod each week, maybe. People have interest in watching that. Every Wednesday I'd stream me modding a mouse, something like, I don't know what I'll do. Weight reductions or wireless ones if they're there or stuff like that. Well, the EC2 wasn't any different. This had a better sensor. The FK2 is a Divino FK2 shell, and here's a normal FK2 shell. And you can see the different inside. I was hoping to do this one today, but you can't. So I don't know. So there's some differences. And obviously it's using a 3360, the Divino. This one isn't. Right, some extended cables. Now these do get tricky. So orange one's going to go to there. Base onto the spring here. That's some good eyesight to see this. Zoom in tight enough? Don't know. Let's drop my camera a little bit maybe for this stuff. Stop shaking. Go. And the black one goes onto the side of the USB casing. So like basically we're going to solder it onto there. Yep, that'd be possible. You could definitely print an EC2 wireless base. Weight reduced base is something I want to get into. You can definitely do it. You just need to be able to get someone to scan it and print it. There might be some on Thingiverse. Certain people have done them. This is a 3D printed base for this G Pro. This one is 3D printed. I printed that one. So you can do it. You just need to have scanned it in. I've done a weight reduction on the EC2. The problem is, Zowie make the shells like tank proof. They are rock hard. They're like 2.5mm thick shells, the Zowie ones. So even if you took the base out, which is thick, you probably maybe get 10 grams out of it. You need to make sure you don't do here as well is block off the front. Why are you playing up? So you still need to be able to get a USB connection basically. My G305 died, then I got the Viper Mini. This mouse is, oh my god, to be honest. You have to wait 47 days to get the mouse. Damn, that's a long time, man. The out of stock, or just where you are. You're not confident with the solder. Don't know, it feels a bit wobbly that. You get a glue gun now. We're just going to glue around here, so let me get my glue gun 1 sec. It's like forever swapping tools. Right, one glue gun. Wait for that to warm up. Oh yeah, the EC2's definitely got a thick shell, mate. Definitely. You can cut quite a lot of it out. I did an EC2 mod on my channel. You can definitely cut quite a bit out of it, so. If not, you can check out my website. It's quite quick to see what mods I've done as well. Or you can just chill from my website, YouTube. Some playlists, so. Right, so if there's glue to warm up. I'm just going to glue around this. And then we can pretty much put it together, I think. Might need a little bit of trimming, but that should be it. Glue's good. Again, just make sure you don't catch the front of the USB connector here when you're gluing it. Cars, oh man, or your blue tack. Because then you will not be able to plug it in, which is what you need to do. So I'm just putting this around here to make it a bit sturdier. That's close, I nearly went into the connector. What's up, Rose? How you doing, man? String bits of glue, just pulling them out there. So now that's in. So now what we can do is plug in now plug this into the bottom of the PCB and it should power up. But I'm not sure the battery's charged, so we have to check that as well. There you go. See that? So that's working. What we have to do now though is run this extension cable around. So from the front round to the top of the battery. So I just need to unscrew this, turn my glue gun off for a minute. We're going to need it again, but not this second. GG. Yeah, lizard skin's supposed to give you extra grip, so when you're got a slicker finger or glossy mouse, they'll enhance that and allow you to basically get hold of it better. Just on the Razer grip tape as well. I've got the core pad grip tape to come, but yeah, basically just makes it a bit easier for you to hold the mouse. Try to pull these off, but I screwed this front plate down then as well. Should have done this first. GG. So one tip is if you are using 3D printed bases, don't keep screwing and unscrewing like I'm doing here. Try and be most efficient with these screws. That's because they'll strip it eventually. It'll be very, very gentle. Once we pin this battery in, we should be good. We've got to get the switches aligned and we should be time to rock and roll there. So let me go this way around. So yeah, basically we're just going to glue this bit here to the front, like that. Which is going to be the charging port. Cheers POBox for the follow, mate. Appreciate it, mate. I'll play a game, Rayhan. I've got to go after this one, but I will play one. Probably Call of Duty, because it's quick. Show you what it's like. Live in Finland, and you have dry hands. I need lizard tape more for the matte mouse, like the Viper. Okay, fair enough. You be using lizard skin, the actual just the bat tape, or using the new sheets? They've got these DSP, is it sheets? Tell you about your glue on. You should be able to just maneuver it. Cut that little bit off in a sec. Come in, man. Cheers for follow, Rayhan. Cheers for follow, Rose OBJ. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support all. Glad you're liking these videos. Well, streams. Yeah, I play Siege, mate. I play Siege on Friday nights, especially. But I only play on a Friday night, so I'm up to gold. I think now. But I only play about 8 hours a week, and most of that's drunk. So. Been gold 2 is my highest rank. Sitting around silver as well on one of my other accounts. So depends who I'm playing with, but yeah. Hey. Happy with that because I only played. I think I've played 200 and some hours, 210 hours total. So I've not played much. But I play every Friday, so I'll be streaming Friday night. Right, so now you've got that running around, you see? Now we can screw the board back in. Max Fowler, how you doing, mate? We're building a wireless FK2, mate. Nearly there. We're nearly there. What's up, Pro 100? Mousepad at the moment. I've been using a Helios. I've just worn it down so I can do a test on it to see what the wear rate's like. And I'm now using an MPC 450 because I reviewed it last week. But I'm about to change that for the AMP 500 that I've already reviewed because now I want to wear that down and see what the wear's like on a hybrid. I've done a cloth, I've done the hard Helios, and now I want to try a hybrid so I get an idea of the wear time. I like the Helios and I like the MPC 450 from Endgame Gear, it's good. You ever tried the Glide 19? Nope, I've got the Glide 38, I need to try it. It's sat right next to me, along with the Razer Scabbard. Got loads of mouse pads to get through. A lot. So I'm just going to leave these blue tacked in for the minute. So we just mock them up, but you can glue them, but you want to make sure obviously you get the shell right and everything before you do that. You can also glue down these cables when you're happy and everything's mocked up right. See what it looks like so far. Would I recommend the Razer Gantinus? Can't pronounce it. I don't know, mate. I need to try it. I've got the version 2, so I'll be doing that very soon. If you like detailed reviews, then you want to be on my YouTube channel, mate, because I do a lot of glide tests with them. Check out the MPC 450 review and the recent AMP 500 for how detailed my glide tests are. And then there's some charts showing you the glide speeds to allow you to compare it to the mouse. Getting the 660 Super Ryzen 2600 16GB RAM. What do you think? Should be okay, mate. What are you planning to play? Reasonable spec level. That 660 is pretty good, man, especially 1080p stuff. How durable is the Glide 38? I don't know yet, mate. I presume it's a hybrid like the AMP 500, is it? I'm not 100% sure. Right, so now we're all together. Now we have to plug in the battery to the cable, extension cable there. So you can plug a charge cable in the front here and it'll charge this battery. Plug this into the PCB. Let's play Siege, Battlefield, COD, Minecraft. Okay, should be fine for that, mate. Green's got the same spec. Oh yeah, would you play green? Right, this is where we've got to make sure it all fits now. So we're going to glue this battery in. Don't think it's going to sit like that. We're just mocking it up. Siege and modded Minecraft. Okay, cool. These mods for the G305 are nuts. I'm not sure we might have to take this middle section out. Although Adrenalize didn't say to. Oh, there we go. Just got to find the right spot for the mouse. Okay. Just got to cut away a little bit at the front here. Well, it's FK2, that's right, mate. Well, we're trying to anyway. These ones are tricky to do. I'll turn my glue gun off, but I haven't. Lol. Final tweaks here, we've got to tweak this front so we can get the case on and then screw it together, give it a test, and then we'll probably glue the buttons. Once I'm happy with the positioning, we do need to glue the battery though first. Just got to work out where it's going to sit actually. Where did he put it? Okay. Like a pre-modded kit. I was thinking about putting together some mod kits, but people would be interested. Should be enough. Just got to see when I cut it. Should just about fit. I might just trim a little bit of the edge off. Taking the sharp corners off. Alright, man. See you later, ex-fowler. Trying to shop and buy, man. Enjoy work. Not that anyone's ever do, but have a good one, man. Mikey Poop. You time to shut up, mate. You time to shut up, man. I think we are pretty much ready to rock and roll then. Just got to get this battery stuck in the top. Suppose if you get this bit wrong, then it's not easy to get it back out. Then it's stuck forever. We'll try a little bit of blue tack just to mock it. Capacity is 450 milliamp this one. 450. I think it's going to go here. Keep it civil, people. We're modding mice, we're not building, we're not curing first world problems here. Be nice. So it's still catching on the shell here. Interesting. Maybe further back. We are close here, baby soda. We are final stages. I'm just prepping where the battery's going to go, man. Which is usually fairly straightforward, but not on this one. With the blue tack stopping it. Maybe just put it directly down the middle here. Maybe had it like that. Let's try. It's like a rat's nest of wires in there. There we go. That must be dead center in there. Okay. The thing I do is take out straight onto the PCB. Maybe it's a little bit tricky where to put it on the PCB though, baby. Like you could put it at the back here maybe, but it might short out. Maybe this line here, but what we'll do is we'll take out the screw, because Zowie shells never split. If you ever wondered, it holds the top shell and the under the shell together, but it ain't ever coming apart, so. Let's just finish this off, just mock it, make sure it fits right, and all the buttons are okay, and then we can glue the battery, and then we're done. We'll give it a test. Still turn on. Yep. Good sign. So it wasn't going to for a second there. You can glue all the wires to the PCB using the glue if you wish. Just tidy it up a little bit. So that's where the battery's going to go. Let's get the old glue up. Glue it in. Oops, not to break it at the same time, and then we'll give it a test. Could glue the switches in. I'm just going to leave mine blue tacks for now, but you should add a bit of glue once you're happy with where the positioning is. That's it. To be fair, they'll probably hold it as well. If you had too much glue, especially from like one of these, it will raise the switches too much. I need another glue stick. Back in a sec. Didn't realise it's running low. Like easy access to all my stuff. Let's pump it full of glue down here. Don't go too close to your scroll wheel. Oops, the old battery. You'll do is make sure that lies flat so it doesn't stick into anything. Preferably towards this side because your button's on this side. And then we should be pretty good. So let that dry a sec. Screw it together and then let's try it out. What's that? 10 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3 hours? Probably an hour and a half, 2 hour mod, but because I'm streaming, it takes a little bit longer. And just checking the screw points here. I'm just using the bigger ones from the G305 base. On the front, I don't know. There's a website here of my shop, James. You can have a look, mate. Sell some of them, yeah. Depends which ones, or I can make them for you if you want some. So what I'm not sure about is which screws to use in the front here. It was probably the silver ones in the back. Try one. Yep. So use the rear ones from the base, not the G Pro, from the Zowie ones here. A little bit slack. I'm guessing these ones go in the front. Oops. I can get this one back out. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to test it in a minute. Call of Duty. Or we could do some terrorist hunt on. I might just do some terrorist hunt Rainbow Six with quicker. So I've got to go out after this. Can I get this out now? There's a mistake. Stronger magnet. There's no mouse fit yet, mate, don't worry. They're coming next. Got to screw it together before I put the mouse fit on, right? Favorite mouse, modded G305 wireless, mate. Still my daily. Look at this one. MM710's the best mouse. Is it? A lot of people asking for a Viper wireless mini. Answer is I don't know. Let's open a magnet to pull it out, but it's not. Let's go try and get the screw out of the bottom here. Alright, we'll just take it apart, push it back out. Yeah, I definitely rate the MM710. Like, the best mouse is people's own personal perception because everyone prefers a certain shape, so I'm not sure any mouse is perfect for everybody. You like the G-Wolf skull? Nice. I had a sample version, I haven't tried the retail version. I liked it, to be fair. You see, do the G Pro, the skull and G Pro mod. Yeah, I can do that, mate. I've been thinking about doing that one. With the 3D printed base you're talking about off Thingiverse. It is an expensive one, mate, definitely. I'll be up for that. Alright, so it's the silver smaller Zowie ones. I don't know why I did that. Should have known that from when Adrenaline said it uses the Zowie base screws, which I've totally forgotten. The other ones sometimes use the G305 ones. So you gotta make sure here you get the right pressure. So you can adjust the tension on the screw. On the switch. Something I like about the Channelizers mod, you can just tweak, because you screw them in, you can tweak the pre-travel on them. But it can be very close. It's a bit tight. There we go. There it is, a Zowie. I need to put something on actually, but here's a Zowie wireless FK2. you through as we have some nice stock feet lying around. And let's take it for a spin. You have to give me like 2 minutes. Switch all my stuff around and I can show you. I'm on a different desk. I'll take it for a spin. Got the steel series mouse pads because it's thick. I prefer thinner ones, but you're talking about the QCK heavy then, mate. Is that right? Not the best feet, but you get the idea. They'll do. I'd probably put some hyperglides on it. Okay, voila! Lovely Model O shape, nothing better than putting Kali switches in it. No, I agree there, Draxton, definitely. I did a G Model 03 wireless with Kali switches, it was a nice one. Zowie instead of Zowie. Yeah, I don't like Zowie, mate. It's Zowie for sure. Yep, QC. All throttle, no brakes, Rob. Right, let's give this puppy a spin, shall we? Or should not work. Right, you have to give me like 2 minutes. I've got to switch from mics over and stuff. Enjoy the music for a bit. Try not to deafen you all. There we go. I was just saying that I was using the Model D. This is a weight reduced Model D that I did. You can see that. Just playing around with it. So much stuff on my desk. Trying these puppies out this week. Someone sent me this, which is a model, a G305 wireless 3D printed base. It's done on Reddit, sent it me. I've forgotten the name is, but I'll be showing it off. So should be interesting to see what it's like. Things are coming, people. Yeah, it looks good, man. I'm impressed. I want the base one. Looks good. Definitely hot weather, man. It's a bit humid. It's not bad today. It's 26, something like that. Right, so before we do that, we need to change the mouse. Well, that's a good start. Cursor works. What can I say about Cruder mousepad? I like it, man. Done a review on it if you want to see it. Here's the review. I was impressed, man. I like the texture, I like how it is, so I've still got it on here. But I've got to swap it out because I need to do a different one. There's the review of it, if you're interested. Hey, cheers for the host, Creek FFM, man. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. We spent 20 minutes sitting in BC asking him the durability on the Glide 1928. It's a tricky question, Rose, but I'm doing a durability test on the G640, which I've got. I've already worn one out. The Helios, which is under, as you can see. Done a durability test on that. I just need to review it, and then I'm doing the AMP510. Sorry, the AMP500. Right, set my keys up, and then we'll go and try this out. You can see how it's working already, straight away. Which is a good sign. Buttons are working, right click work. Yep. G works on the left mouse button. So all the buttons are working. Bonus, let's see if it charges. I think I literally just broke it. Oh dear, we've broken it. Oh, we've broken it, look. So we're not going to be able to charge it yet. We'll have to sort that out, but we'll have to play without being charged and we'll fix that. Didn't put enough glue on it, obviously. Lol. Exactly. This is it, you see. You gotta get enough glue, right? I was too heavy-handed. I've been too gentle all day, and now I've just been brutal. It's an antenna now. It's going to rattle. Faux show. But this is just pure to show what it's going to be like, right? I'm not hating it. It's going to rattle there. Look.
Eliminate all hostiles.
You know what? That feels alright. I expected the buttons to feel a bit funny because they're the side buttons off the G Pro. Actually feels alright, you know. It's on the 305 centimeter. You have to keep it on the part of the PCB. You can't swap it. We're just playing terrorist on, so what we're droning. Alright, I thought they'd feel a bit pants. So I'm not going to be able to do flick to pistol because I'm not putting number 2 on my keypad. You with the RGB from here. Moved your RGB in Modelo. Yeah, it's good amount with 13 grams saving there. Aye, aye, aye. Not bad though, considering this playing alright. I think when you play around, it's like the hybrid of a hybrid. This model, or the FK2, it's got different switches to what you'd normally expect. Aye, aye. 3D no scope without it. Looks like I've been working all day. So apart from the charging issue, I broke the cable off and I've I'm not able to test that part. It seems to be running pretty well. Overall, I'm impressed, man. Not bad, Graham. The buttons, you know, they feel alright. They're very tight. I'll give it that.
Eliminate the terrorists.
I think you can tell here. Where's the camera? There's like so little pre and post travel. In fact, there's no pre-travel. And there's no post. They are instantly switches. Want to spray paint a modeler? What do you think? Go for it, man. Look cool. I thought the switches might not be as good as I expected. Like, I thought they wouldn't be as good as the like as good as standard mouse switches, but actually they're probably pretty responsive, man. We'd have to try them out and see is it like any difference in latency. I doubt it. Let's see why there would be. Damn it. So far feels right. I'm sure that when I first tried a G305, like the G305, it didn't feel as good, the sensor, but it definitely feels better these days. Didn't see him there, lol. How's my number 2 not working? We haven't weighed it yet, we'll give it a quick weigh after this one. Yeah, it's 4x3. I was on 16x10, but don't know. Thought I'd try 4x3. Just a little bit stretched. I reckon you can get a slightly bit more view on it. I can't really tell, but it is micro if it is. Oops, missed him. It's harder to use the ACOG. Okay. I like 16x10. It seems to be playing alright, to be fair. I don't know on latency. Well, I was behind me.
All friendlies have been eliminated.
Doesn't matter have any effect on any latency. I don't know how it's difficult to say. We have to test one. I haven't tried it. Interesting to see, right? I could get an FK2 wired and an FK2 wireless and see. Maybe just get a weight scale or something. You reckon it's about 78, so you can't really see it, can you? It weighs, you probably can't tell here, but 76.7, so 78 grams. I can't tell any latency. But I always thought the 305's latency wireless connectivity was less than a G Pro, but I don't know. I haven't tested them enough to compare.
Eliminate the terrorists.
You're on with the Model D, fair enough, mate. It's a good mouse. I don't mind it. Model D minus. I've still got mine actually. I did order one. But not shoot me. So why didn't my number 2 work? Did you shoot me from there? I don't know. I just feel nice with the FK2. It's definitely like the Model O though. You shoot me from down there? Like, if you want a wireless one, this is the way to go. It's a lot of work though. I missed. Ah! Missed my headshot. I wanted the right shot. No, is everyone's vile. Cheers, man, for following, watching. What do you, man? Where's the side button not? It's working there. Won't let me change in game. Hey, the new G305 hub, man. You're in endurance mode, okay. Right, good point. We just switch it from endurance mode. Okay. There it was. And one of the options. Power mode. Oh, here. Performance. I mean, see if we can tell. Let's just drop my DPI. Alright, got Twitch. Top. Anyway, spawn me. Ooh, I don't like. Yeah, this res now is too big, you see. With an ACOG, it's like super wide. Still about the same field of view. Prefer it to be not a stretch though. Oh yeah. Yeah, bud. You want to mod your S2? Raw. Should we get the Razer Ultimate or Logitech cheaper? I prefer the cheaper, but that's because I prefer the shape. Some in the back, man. About to, well, I want to do a comparison, that's the plan. I haven't done one yet. Comparing them both like I've done with some of the mice pads, but no keyboards. I did the Ducky and the Razer 1-2. Well, slow clicking tonight. Should do a CPS click test actually. Let's try that in a minute. Finish this round and we'll do a click test, see how fast the clickers are. Should do it beforehand. Ooh, missed that nearly. No. It messed that up.
We have been eliminated.
Oh yeah, alright, let's try CPS and then probably gonna go to bed. Well, I'll go to bed and go now. What do you reckon? 6? Let's find one sec. Not that one. Clicks per second. It's got your special edition pink model, oh nice. I've definitely got it on order, man. I'll have to check it out. I like it. I haven't got mine either yet though. It's looking about 6.6. Oh, it figures down. 6.3. Maybe 6.6 if we can keep pace. 6.3. I haven't compared it against a normal FK, but it seems about standard to other mice what I've been testing, probably the faster range. So nice. Right, I'm going to end my stream here. So just watching. I'll be on Friday night streaming Rainbow Six Siege and having a few beers and chat about mice, and maybe I'll try something out. I don't know what yet though. And then that'll be it. So thanks for watching. Glad you enjoyed this mod. I'll fix the ropey cable one, but other than that, should be good. Have a good night. See you later. See you later, Crane. Just watching, man. See you later, Vizzy. Good night, Frags. Good night, all.